Yes, very good afternoon. Right, so yesterday we first completed with SE 620, which is regarding using the work of an auditor's expert. Yes, the entire standard being an ATF. And we said expert, an individual or organization having specialized knowledge in a field other than accounting or auditing. This expert, he could be the management's expert or he could be the auditor's expert. Management's expert, SA 500. Auditor's expert, SA 620. An auditor's expert has been further divided under auditor's internal expert and auditor's external expert. For auditor's internal expert, you need to check whether the firm's quality control policies and procedures have been complied with. Then we talked of what are the situations where the auditor may use the work of an expert. So we said valuations, right? Then actuarial calculation, estimation of oil and gas reserves, valuation of environmental liabilities, then the interpretation of contract laws and regulations, that's the legal matters, and analysis of unusual or complex tax compliance issues, so that is the tax matters. Then we came to the flow of the standard. What was the first point in the flow? Determining the need for an auditor's expert. Is there a need? And we said, is there a garage to appoint an expert? So the nature of the matter, how much is the risk of material misstatement? What are the alternative sources of evidence? Then auditor's previous knowledge and experience regarding the field of the expert, and also the firm quality control policies and procedures. Then you finalize, okay, no, we will have to appoint an expert, then searching for the expert. So for that we do the evaluation of the expert. For that we look into the CCO, the competence, the capability and the objectivity of the auditor's expert. From where can I get information regarding the CCO of that expert? Discussions with that expert, discussions with others who are familiar with the work of that expert, personal experience with the previous work done by that expert, knowledge of that expert's qualification, any books or papers published by that expert, and the firm's quality control policies and procedures. Then after that there will be an agreement between the auditor and the expert, making it very clear what is the nature, scope and objective, responsibilities of the auditor, responsibilities of the expert, the nature, timing and extent of communication, and for the need for the expert to observe the confidentiality requirements. What are the factors affecting the agreement between the auditor and the expert? You've not previously used the work of this expert. Then I told you, making it clear the responsibilities of the auditor and the expert. Then the information that you're sharing with the expert is very sensitive and confidential. The matter is very highly complex in nature. Then the extent to which you're going to use the work of the expert, and also the legal regulatory requirements. And factors affecting the agreement between the auditor and the expert. Then working papers, auditor's internal expert, they are a part of audit documentation. An external expert, they are the property of the, internal expert, they are the property of the, auditor. It's a part of the audit documentation. An external expert, they are not the property of the auditor. Then very important, evaluating the expert's work. So findings and conclusions, are they consistent with the other audit evidence available? The relevance and reasonableness of the assumptions and methods which are being used by the expert, and the relevance, accuracy and completeness of the source data being used by the expert. Findings and conclusions, assumptions and methods, and source data. And what if the work of the expert is not adequate? Tell him to do the further work, or you do the further work. Can the auditor refer to the name of the expert in his report? Unmodified opinion, he can no reference. Modified opinion, he may make a reference. But even though if he makes a reference, CTBR and prior permission of the expert is to be taken. So what did I tell you? What are the three important questions of SA 620? One, evaluation of expert, CCO. Second, the sources to obtain information regarding the expert. And third one, the evaluation of the expert's work. Findings and conclusions, assumptions and methods, and the source data. Right, yes, these three are very important from SA 620. Then after that we came to the entire 800 series.